So welcome to What's New. Tonight we have a whole house full of lovely guests, and we will have ours to introduce them to you
So I
all.
think what, you got it?
Oh, it's called Waiting for Godot.
Oh, wait, boy, I had that one messed up. Waiting for Godot. And I always say your last name wrong too, so you guys all want to introduce yourself and it'll be said properly.
Okay, sure. Okay, my name is Kristen Chibity.
Bunny Chibity. Jonathan Grass.
Ignatius Chibity.
Mark Chibity.
Okay, so you can tell about your show and
Yes,
what you're doing.
we're here to promote our newest production called Waiting for Godot. This is kind of a little bit of a self-indulgent project for us Chibitys. I was all excited last summer when we did our play. I was a little disappointed. I had auditions and very few people showed up for the auditions. I ended up casting a lot of people in my family, well, my entire family.
Wonderful. Everybody enjoyed it.
Well, I was all anxious to do another play, and then my husband Mark got sick, and he finally got out of the hospital. When did you get out of the hospital? April, March?
First of it.
The first of April.
You're kidding.
And I thought, oh, I'd love to do a play now, but the problem was that the Oris wasn't available. It was doing some slight renovations, and so if I was going to do a play, I would have to rehearse in our basement, which is what we're doing, and I knew I couldn't have auditions for that sort of thing. So I thought, well, I've always wanted to do a play with my husband. We actually met in a play, but we never had any scenes together, and I read this play a long time ago, and I fell in love with it. I didn't even remember exactly what it was about at the time, but I just remember loving it. So I thought, oh, this is a golden opportunity. I can rehearse with my husband down in our basement, and hopefully people will show up. We're doing it at the Welcome Center since the Oris isn't available in the summertime because of the music that's always there on the weekends. So it's not a very big space at the Welcome Center. I think there's only 40 seats available for each night, but it should be pretty cool in that space. But hopefully, when August rolls around, I can start doing actual legitimate auditions. So I'm here also to hopefully spark some interest in the community to come out to my auditions and have, real plays with real cast, not just my goofy
Your family does. Your family does well, and Jonathan's not the family.
Oh,
That's
yes,
right.
yes. Yeah, I could not do the play without Jonathan. He very bravely volunteered to join us, and he's doing a great job. We're all wearing our hats. We all have to wear a hat in the play, so that's why we're wearing hats. And my daughter here is stage managing.
Yeah, I'm not in this.
Oh, you're not in the play this time?
I desperately
I
needed
thought
help.
we'd hear you sing.
Yeah, I needed a lot of help, and it's a very thankless job what she has, being a stage manager and telling us what our lines are and getting stuff together, but she's being very nice about it. So anyway, we're hoping people will come on June 7th and June 9th at the Welcome Center. It's $5 for a ticket. The tickets are available now at the Welcome Center if you would like. It starts at 7 o'clock in the evening on both nights.
And it's 7th and...
The 9th. It skips over the Saturday. It's a
Okay.
Friday night and a Sunday night.
Oh, the Saturday's when the music is at the Oris.
Yes, there was already something going on that Saturday. They were very nice over there at the Welcome Center to allow us to use their space. It's very aptly named. They welcomed us with open arms, and they've been very generous. And
I think it's going to be good. She was telling me how they were going to set up the chairs.
yeah, I
One of
think
the
it'll
girls
work
that
out.
works there. I think it'll be fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, you want?
So you want to say a little bit about the play itself?
It's a interesting play. The guy that wrote it, Samuel Beckett, he describes it as a tragicomedy. So let that work on your imagination.
I have laughed reading the script and seeing them perform it.
Yes.
But it's also really
It gets dark.
thought-provoking.
Oh, okay.
don't know.
Jonathan, you can speak.
Okay, then this feels like a meeting in New York, but my character, I'm going to tell a little about my character.
Now
My
careful,
character-
don't give anything away, because it's a bit of a mystery.
Okay, I'm not going to give anything away in the play. I'm just going to tell about my character. My character is kind of like jittery and scared all the time, and like he's kind of goofy the way he dresses. But
We bully him a little bit.
yeah, she's a little bully. She doesn't like me in the play because I'm like the messenger boy that like brings messages and
From Godot.
Yeah, the messenger boy. I let work for him. I mind their goats. The messenger boy always gets yelled at.
Because we keep having to wait for Godot.
Yeah.
It's very much
like
a
5
play all
years.
about words. It's very heavy duty. If you're a fan of interesting wordplay, it's very big on wordplay.
Do
Would you
you
say
have enough people to play now?
Oh yeah, the cast is full. Yeah.
There's like,
There's one person missing, our oldest son Name. He's at work right now. He might show up, but. Nacius, you have anything you'd like to say?
They only gave me one line.
Are you gonna sing for us then?
No, I wish I could sing it. Might
You
have
got
made
it.
it. What might have been. It probably would have made it easier to remember if I could have sang it.
The people that come to see it will never forget his one line though, and that's all I'm gonna say about it. It's a very memorable line. There is a little bit of singing in the play, but I won't say.
You want somebody to sing, don't you?
Yes, because
Bonnie, sing right now.
your family has beautiful voices, all of you.
Yes. Well, you can hear a little singing if you come to the play.
I'm not part of the family, but I feel like I'm part of the family.
Yeah.
Well, that's great.
Mark, would you care to say something?
No, thank you.
Aw.
How are you feeling?
You're probably the star of the show too, huh?
Yep.
No.
He doesn't want to break his NDA
Oh, okay.
That.
You say NDA or NDA?
and non-disclosure agreement.
No.
Oh, definitely not abbreviation.
He has
Well,
a
I
bit of a
really,
sore
really-
throat right now, so
Now then,
I really, really enjoyed the last one. I'm sure this one will
Thank
be
you.
they
great
can,
too.
where can they buy tickets?
at the Welcome Center, they're available right now. They will also be available at the door.
Okay, and this is going to be at the Welcome Center.
Yes, it is.
Limited seating,
Yeah.
40 seats for 2 performances.
Well, 40 seats each. Yeah.
So there'll be 80 people will be privileged, unless you want to stand. You'll let them have standing
yeah,
room only.
I mean, if.
Sure.
Why not?
Yeah, we could use all the support we can get.
Yeah.
Now, unlike the last play, we have to pay for this one. You have to pay for the rights to do these kind of play. The last play I did was,
Yeah.
I kind of wrote it myself, so we
that was
adaptation.
cute.
yeah, it was free because we came up with it on our own, but this one, you have to pay for the rights. So
uh-huh.
the more people that come to support us, the better. That'd be
Okay,
great.
the regular tickets are $5 apiece.
That's right.
Wait,
Okay. Anything else you're gonna say?
Don't you? How you feeling? People would probably want to know.
Yes.
Yeah.
The community is very interested in that.
yeah.
We are, everybody that knows you
Open up.
wonders all the time, how is Mark doing? Nobody knows. Well, I guess.
As far as
you
my
know.
sickness, I'm doing well.
That's
I just have a touch of a cold right now.
Oh,
You're looking
Man.
fine.
Get
Thanks.
this man some soup.
what did you say, hon?
Get this man some soup.
Chicken noodle, huh?
Yeah, definitely.
All right, well, we are gonna skedaddle because we're supposed to be rehearsing right now. So and time's getting short. We only have like 3 more weeks, and we need all the practice we can get to make it
Understand.
really a good show for everybody. And we really appreciate you letting us come here to boost the play. And
That's fine, and it's a shame that our next one is the 12th of June, so that'll be too late.
that's okay.
I'm in quick.
Oh, here's our last
Oh,
actor.
yes,
Okay.
here.
Gotta show yourself.
Gotta show your face.
Get over here, mister.
And without further ado, here comes the last member of our cast,
How many do you have?
Hello.
Name Chibity.
You can stand now.
Say a quick word about the play, and then we're out of here.
Without telling
Okay,
anything.
Yeah, don't spoil any of it.
It is a mystery.
Where should I look?
You
Just around.
Anyway, over there.
Anywhere, he'll catch you.
It's a really neat play with a lot of thinking and a lot of wit. and I really like it. Yeah, I can't say anything. I will say that it is the most complex role that I've ever played.
For all of us.
Yeah, and I've been in 5 or 6 plays, including some stuff at Jefferson College and the one that we did last year. And this has challenged me the most, and
He's got a tough part.
I've learned a lot, from doing it. And yeah, I'm really curious to see what people think of it.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a little scary because it is a kind of off the deep end kind of play.
But it's funny.
Yeah.
In places that you wouldn't expect.
Yeah, we have a good time rehearsing.
I just got a light bulb.
What? Put your hat back on.
That's why I got it.
Give him his hat.
Give a round of applause to the Chibodies.
Oh. Okay. All right, thank you very much.
Well, thank you for all for coming.
Good luck to you guys.
Thank you, everyone,
You
for
guys are
coming
going to be
out.
doing.
Thank you for coming.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thanks for coming.
And I hope you have much success with your project.
Thank you very much.
See you later.
All right, bye-bye.
You can.
They do, those family has beautiful voices.
They do. Sing for us later.
Okay, so who is next?
Yeah.
We're going to hear about the fair and about the Spring for Downs. Well, let's do a little bit the French Festival. Is that the same weekend?
Same weekend as ours.
Okay, so that is held downtown, and there's a lot of stuff going on there too, besides what you guys are
Lots of stuff
offering.
going on.
But we didn't have a guest to tell about that, so we'll mention it.
And I'll mention it again.
And
'cause
you're
we
going to
got-
mention it also?
Yeah, just a
Okay.
little bit, because we got some work that we're doing together.
Oh, okay,
That's
okay,
good.
that'd be great.
Okay,
All right.
so we've got the fair coming.
Go right ahead.
Yep, well, the county fair is this coming fast, believe it or not. Everybody thinks we just start working on it now. We start working on it as soon as the last year's fair. This year is kind of special for our fair. It's the 75th anniversary
Oh, my
for
gosh.
county fair for San Diego County.
You're counting the ones out at Rozier also?
Yes,
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
all together, yes.
Okay.
Started in our San Diego County in 1944. So we came up with a name of our theme this year. It's 75 years of timeless traditions. So that's going to be on this is our front page of our book. They're
Oh,
getting
okay.
worked on now and all that. So, but it's July 11th through the 14th. Hopefully the weather is good for us. Not as hot
Yeah, no.
as it usually is, but and the rain holds off. But we had a pretty good last year, except Saturday and Sunday we got rained out.
Right.
We got some, as some people is asking about the carnival. We will not be having the carnival this year at the county fair due to the scheduling of the carnivals. The carnival has switched locations on the Missouri side. They are on the other side of the Missouri.
Oh.
This coming or in July. But we are planning to, we got a contract on it during the Jurda Fett weekend. We got a carnival
good.
that weekend. We're working with Jamie. We're going to advertise it through the Jurda Fett and all that. So we
Oh,
will
that'll
have
be
a
neat
carnival
for the kids.
That'd be
yeah.
great.
this year, just not during the county fair due to all how our county fair stays the second weekend of July. Everybody else's except Jefferson County, they rotate their dates, and it throws off the dates of the rotation for the carnivals. So, and they're on the other side, Missouri, Southern Illinois, and all that. So that's the sad thing about it. But the other part, we on a Thursday night event this year, since we got our home track up there at the fairgrounds now. What we're going to do, on Thursday night, we're going to have our carts, cage carts, lawnmowers, and all that. Our outlaw carts, the 250s and the 450s, will be running for $500 first place, $350 for second, and $150 for third place. That's the outlaw carts. That's the bigger bigger carts that we run up there.
Is that the ones that ran Saturday?
Yes, yeah, we raced this past Saturday. It was one of the last minute things. When we got rained out last weekend, we thought, well, let's throw one together. And we had quite a bit of carts came up. Then this year also we started a new class, well actually 3 new classes, flat carts. That's what's in the picture right here. They're low profile. We got a 2 class with the 212 Predators. They're about $100 motor. They're stock.
Are they sort of like go-karts used to be?
Yeah, they're about like regular go-karts.
Okay.
They got to be a stock motor right out of the box, put them on, put a clutch on it, and they can race. We got a slick tire class and a tread tire class. Then we have a clone. They're the modified motors for that class. And I actually have one of them, and one of the other fair boards has one, and they're clone class. So, but that's what we're doing on Thursday night. Grandstands is only $5 to get in. The grandstands opens up at 5. Pit passes are $15, and the drivers pay $20 entry fee. We got sponsors for the outlaw carts. Then the other classes will be racing for 75% entry fee what they enter. That's our Thursday night event for our county fair.
That's usually pretty well attended too, isn't it?
Well, this is the first our races. We're getting more and more attended each weekend that we do race. We only had 2 races this year due to the rain.
Right.
We had 4 races canceled so far this year.
Wow. I think it's been raining.
And it's not looking good for this weekend.
I know. It always rains on the
I'm
weekend.
pumping water off the track right now. So, our Friday night for our county fair, we'll have the diesel and regular gas stock truck pull. Gates open up at 5. It's cost $10 in the grandstands, $15 in the pits, and it's $20 the hook. Todd Byington, the same gentleman that ran it last year, is running that this year again. And they also is having back-to-back diesel pools and back-to-back gasoline pools and side-by-sides pools up there. So that is our Friday night event. Then, as usual, our Saturday night event for our county fair is our demo derby. Gage Summer is going to be running that this year. Gage has been running demo derbies for a lot of years throughout the other counties and all that, and he helped out last year with Joe Gegg when he ran it. It's Saturday. It starts at 7. Gates open at 4. Costs $10 to get in. Underage 5 through 11 is $5, and under 4 is free. Pit pass is $25, driver and that. And we got a bigger payout on that this year. Last year, when the rain came down, we still ran them. The minis, they had a blast. More water there is, more fun they have. It hurt some of us, but the fans actually, when it came a downpour last year, the fans stayed. I was impressed with it, and last year we had to make a decision to keep it going or cancel it, and we just kept it going. So
That's a die-hard sport.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, that
People
is.
that like that, they don't
It's
really
either
care
dust or
about
mud.
that. Yeah.
On top of that, we have association coming in, a Hemi horsepower power wheel pulling demo derby. These guys are bringing demo power wheels in. We always have the demo derby power wheels up there, but this year we're bringing a guy in, and he's bringing power wheels for age kids from 3 to 9. All they got to do is bring their helmets, and they can get down in there and ride also with that for demo derby for power wheels, because a lot of kids don't have the power wheels around. There is a lot of them out there, but it's more interested if we bring someone else that has a bunch and he repairs them from trip to trip. So that is also, this will start at 6 o'clock on Saturday
That'll
of the
be
county fair. Then on Sunday, we'll have our antique tractor pull, our local antique tractor pull, and the pits open up at 7 in the morning, then check-ins at 8, and the tractor pull will start at 10 a.m., and that is free to get into that. On top of that, throughout Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, we'll have our beer garden. And we also have our bands this year on Thursday night event. For our band down by the beer garden, we'll be kicking country, and they'll be playing from 7 to 11. On Friday will be John Jarrett and the Fugitives. They're from northern area, and they'll be playing on Friday from 7 to 11. Then on Saturday will be our local police chief with his band country, Crossroads. So he'll be playing on Saturday for us. So from 7 to 11 also. We got quite a bit of vendors planning to come in. It's just trying to get everything situated, getting everything signed. The pork producers, Valley's Band Booster thing, they're building a pork stand, permit pork stand up on north, up on top in the arena area. They're building that. I've been working on it for the last couple of days with the Mother Nature Lounge. So that's more like permanent, you know, just instead of all, because everybody last year when we got drenched, everybody pretty much lost the little portable tents. You know, the rain just ain't good on them. So just preparing for the rain for this year. Hopefully we don't have no rain. But otherwise, pretty much the same old thing. Fair Queen, if anybody interested in doing the Fair Queen, we do have Dawn Odom out of St. Mary's is going to be in charge of that. Her number is 573-351-8982. She's in charge of the Fair Queen, and Stella Nagger is still going to help her with that. But everything else will, the fair parade will still be on Friday.
At 4.
Meeting out there at the Parkers Park Drive at 4. Be leaving there, coming right in front of the City Hall, going straight up. So anybody wants to be in the parade or any associations, all you got to do is show up out there. When our books come out, we have a form in our books to fill out, or they could give me a call at 573-535-4782, and I can email or text you a form, or we'll have people out there when they'll come in off of 32. That's how we're wanting them to come in, off of 32. And as you come in, that's how we're going to line you up. That way we could be back here with Don, live with Don, and that way we know who's in, talk about who they are, or what they are, what association they belong to in the parade. It makes it a little easier than trying to figure out who they are, so because we do have a lot of outsiders that comes and joins our parade. Asking for a lot of people to come and join our parade. 4-H will have a chicken on Thursday yet, like they always do.
At the Vets Hall?
Vets Hall.
And that starts at 4.
I believe 4, yes. 4:30, somewhere in there.
And they also sell, are they going to do the lotto this year?
Extension Center is not doing the cow chip lotto. We was informed that they are doing the chicken chip lotto. Better watch how I say that, but it's something new. They contacted us and they said, we don't have to worry about putting a big pin up, because I set it up last year for them. They said, don't have to worry about it. They're bringing their chicken pin in this year. It's a little kind of anxious to see how it works.
Cool.
I Googled it and seen a turkey on Facebook, how they did it. I guess the chicken is pretty much going to be the same way, so they'll be out selling their tickets for that here soon. I'm kind of
They
anxious.
do that at Country Mart usually.
Yes,
Yeah.
kind of anxious to see what they're going to, how they're going to sell that.
Yeah.
Safe to sell it. But,
But that'll be a lot easier though
Yeah.
than the pin and the.
yeah,
And
it
waiting
is.
for the cow.
Then we'll have our horseshoe tournament up there on Sunday, then our washboard Saturday and Sunday. And they're actually up there working right now on the hog pens for the show barn. There was a lot more entries this year in the cattle and hogs for the auction.
Oh, is there really?
A lot more entries.
That's great.
They had to add quite a bit more pens. So that's in there. Then we moved up, been making the pen for the rabbits and chickens towards the baseball field. Had to move that out of the red barn, move that up there, made that a little better. So just some odds and ends, got a lot of work. And it's just coming around the corner, believe it or not.
Yeah, it's gonna be here before you know it. And they're gonna have the exhibits again.
Yes,
in
yeah, we got exhibits.
in the youth building up there.
Yep. Dana Fowler is still running that for us, and the wine competition. Elaine Mooney is
Mooney's
gonna run
gonna do that.
Yep.
Yeah.
So, but
So you make homemade wine, bring her up, Mantry.
yep,
Yeah.
enter it.
Yeah.
They won't let me taste it.
They won't let
I
you
walked
be a
in
judge.
last year and they was all tasting it. I go, "Where's my glass?" They just looked at me. That's all right. I didn't need it. It was too hot. So, but that's if anybody has, the books will be coming out here soon. They're all getting worked on now. But we're kind of anxious to see how it all goes. It plays in hands. The weather and all that. Looking forward to it. We are still looking for anybody wanting to join the committee for the fair board. They'd be more glad to. We are having a meeting tomorrow at 6 a.m. up at the county youth building. If any of the committee wants to come up, listen what goes on at the board meeting, or just give us input, be free to, tomorrow at 6. So
AM?
So PM, sorry, I said AM, didn't I?
Thank you.
I'm thinking my work, I gotta be at work 6, but no. Tomorrow at 6 PM. It's supposed to have been tonight, but I had to be here, and so we rotated
Oh,
our
that was
meetings
nice of them
around,
to
so.
agree to that.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, we are planning to race our carts and lawnmowers this Saturday, weather permitting. If some reason it is canceled, I'll try to get it out on Facebook. I usually put a sign up. Otherwise, we'll race every 2 weekends up there on our demo derby track. We are building a new track when the rain will stop.
I was just gonna ask you when
I got
that's gonna
quite a
be
bit of work
but
done this
I
weekend.
saw that, yeah.
Geg's Excavating up there, they came up, Sonny, he came up
You
and
lost your
did.
pond.
I lost my pond. I got a little smaller pond
Yeah, I
now.
saw that.
But moved a lot of dirt. We worked.
How big are you gonna make that? How far?
That is pretty much how it is right now.
Oh,
Is
okay.
it.
You're just gonna bank it.
We're banking it now. That's why we're digging at the center, putting it up. Got to
What
put a fence.
size is it?
It is right now about 125 wide. My track down there right now is only 100 foot wide. So this one will be about 75 feet wide.
What I meant
That'll
is
be
it a
nice.
half mile, quarter mile?
That, I don't know how to do that. No, it's
You
our
get
straight
your
stretch.
car and you drive around. and you
I
look
will
and
when I get it
see.
done. I say probably about a quarter mile time it's all done.
Makes sense.
Yeah, about a quarter mile. It's a small cart track, well, one of the bigger ones around here. It will be when I'm done. I gotta have it done before the county fair, because we gotta start tearing down the other one and moving it around. We spend a lot of time up there, but right now, our track now is 120 feet, 125 feet long, 25 straight stretch width, and we got 35 on the ends. The new one will be 27 racing surface on that, 50 on each end because of the bank. I gotta have the banking, and I got it right now. Banking is about 5-foot banking. If
Holy cow.
level out.
Yeah.
But Down there, we got probably a 1.5 to 2 foot banking on our old track. More banking it is, faster it
Faster
is.
you're gonna go, yeah.
And less, they gotta slow down. I mean, you're talking about kids are racing from 5 years old up to 70-something years old kids. I mean, people, it's, believe it or not, it's amazing how these
brave
kids
they
are,
are.
little they are, and how
Competitive.
good, competitive, and they must have been really competitive this past weekend. It was a full moon. It was for a while. I was trying to get the race in before the rain hit, and there was a lot of beating banging, but we got it all in safe and sound and all that. So, but yeah, we're planning to race this Saturday. Grandstands open at 5. Racing starts at 5:30. Hot laps, then racing, regular racing starts at 6:30. So.
And the cost to get in this week?
This one here will be
Just to get
just
in the
our regular
stands?
races up there. Right now, it's only $3 to get into the grandstands. For our race, for our special event, will be $5 to get in.
And those are reasonable.
Is
Yes.
where else you gonna go? You
Very.
can't go I-55 I'm not talking bad about them other tracks.
No,
But this is a go-kart track,
Right.
and we got a concession stand. That's where we'll make our money off of, our concession stand. There's a reasonable price on them too. Because we travel, me and another fair board, we go to other go-kart tracks and look, see what they are, how they're charging and all that. We got insurance to pay, so, we got bills to pay. We can't have it free like
electric and
I like to be. It'd be nice for having something free for the town, but we got to pay bills, just like everybody else.
Exactly.
And we're all volunteers up there, so it's a
And
lot
you
of
really
hours.
work a lot of hours.
Yeah, I worked.
We're proud of our St. John youth.
Yeah,
The older people can't do that stuff anymore.
yeah. So come on up this Saturday if you can. If it's rained out, I will have a sign and I will be posting it, because how it's looking right now, it's real slight chance of not having it. I mean, Mother Nature might win it again, so. But enough for me. Get to.
Okay, and you're going to be back here on the 26th again, correct?
I guess I can.
That's what you told me.
26th
Of June.
Yeah, June 26th, yeah. Thank you for reminding me.
You are welcome. That's why I said it, because I was
Oh, I
wondering
can
if
see
you
my
could-
phone now.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna stay for this, so.
Okay, so now we are going to hear about the Spring for Down syndrome.
All righty, well, thanks, Iris.
Do you want to introduce yourself and your
Sure.
son?
I'm Chip Marzuko and my son,
Andrew Marzuko.
Andrew Marzuko, yeah. This is our 10th annual event for the Spring for Down syndrome. This year it's expanded again compared to years past. It's getting to the point that the day is getting somewhat full. The day actually will start off, I'll give you kind of a rundown of the day, I guess. The day starts off with our annual bike ride. Our bike ride is, you can go from a family bike ride, which is a 2-mile, to a 10-mile, a 25-mile, or a 50-mile. And that is based on what you want to, I guess, try your act at, I guess. But depending upon what bike ride you do, there is dry fit t-shirts that comes with the purchase. So if you do like a 25-mile and it costs $15, you'll get a dry fit t-shirt. Okay. The one thing we started last year, which is something really neat, I think, is this all came about to raise money for special needs, and we want to make sure our special needs get to participate in everything that we do. So at that 9 o'clock time frame, if you ever heard of My Triumph is an association that actually has, if you ever seen a running stroller, that you see a lot of people take their kids and do a running stroller. This is a running stroller on steroids. It is actually, they're large enough for a person like myself that can actually get a ride in it. And what we've got over 20-something clients that's actually going to ride in these units, and we're going to have, instead of it's a race, it's actually a walk, but it's going to go from the KC Hall down to Main Street up to the old mill where Chuck Smith has, and turn around and come back. And it's really neat because it actually gets a lot of our clients with special needs that have never been able to ride a bike or that physically can't get on a bicycle. Some of them that's nonverbal, and some of them that just can't do a lot of things by themselves. We can put them in this, and actually they got angels. They're called captains. They get to ride in that for free, and then the angels, which we're looking for to do that, is if you're interested, and it's again not a run, it's a walk. We like to have 2 angels per unit because depending upon the client that's in it, you might need to have a little extra. But it's $15 a person for a donation, and then you'll get a dry fit t-shirt for that $15. So basically you're paying for your shirt, and you're getting to help some special needs clients actually enjoy something special for them. Along at that time, around the 9 o'clock time frame is when we do the sign-in for our second annual UTV ride. And this year's UTV ride, I got to thank Leroy and Sherry Willett. They're doing a tremendous job on it. Last year we had over 160 something UTVs. With this year they're expecting over 300. This UTV ride starts at the KC Hall, and it's a 38-mile ride. It goes throughout St. John, out through Zell area, and all the way out to Bloomsdale and back. Some of the neat things that Leroy and Sherry put together is a lot of different religions does not okay the fact of doing gambling. Okay, this is not a poker run in that form. This poker run it's games, and it's games that you got control over because you can get the highest points or you can get the lowest points to win. And when you're going, like the first stop is darts, the second stop could be a plinko game, the third stop could be a sandbag toss, and you can see most of the numbers, so you're shooting for either the highest score or the lowest score. And last year the highest score brought in a tremendous amount of money, and they donated it all back. This year we got a lot of neat things. Leroy and Sherry actually made some beanbag units that is beautiful. They did some beautiful artwork and stuff on it. So it's a really neat thing. We've got a lot of things going on besides that then throughout the day. Whenever they leave, they can sign in between 9 and 10:30. They usually leave at 10:30, and we would like to have them back by about the 4:30 time frame. That gives them enough time to actually go out, see the scenery, stop at the numerous stops that's out there, which there is going to be porta potties on the stops. There's going to be a lot of neat scenery that you can actually see on the ride. While that's going on, and that's after they're leaving, basically that's when the KC Hall actually starts in the first gear, I guess, because 11 o'clock, between 11 and 11:30, depending upon how the day's going, we have the releasing of the doves, which is something that is something very unique. If you've never done this before, you need to come up and check it out, because we have I don't know, maybe 25, 35 doves, and the special needs clients get to hold the dove and get to release the dove, and they actually talk. Eddie Luttrell is tremendous with them. He actually talks about the doves, what they are and how they do it, calms them down and lets the special needs actually hold the dove and then release the dove. And it's amazing how you can see their faces light up whenever they get to actually hold a dove and release the dove. So that's kind of the opening ceremony, because at that same time we've got the grounds takes off, and we've got antique tractors going on. The antique tractors is something that the Lost Acre Tractor Club puts on, which is an organization that does a tremendous job. They've been with us since almost day one, since we started this out. They actually have a demonstration of a sawmill. They got two, I don't know if you want to call it two-cylinder engines that's doing different things. They've got sawmill. They got just a lot of neat, old, unique tractors and implements going on. They do actually have a poker run themselves. Their poker run is more of the run-of-the-mill poker run, and actually what's neat about it we actually stage it to go from the KC Hall by all of the rest homes and the care centers.
Oh, that's cool.
And we set it up so that they make sure that their clientele can come out and watch it. Because a lot of those people that's in those homes right now is actually the people that used to ride these type of tractors and do all their stuff.
Right.
So we kind of orient that around that. With that in mind too, the Antique Tractors Club has a trailer or numerous trailers, so our special needs again can actually participate in what they're doing. They get to go along on the ride.
Well, that's great, yeah.
Something that they're doing, another item they're doing, which is going to help out tremendously, you know, we talked about the French Heritage Days that we've got going on. The French Heritage Days is then staged basically Lions Club Park, Market Street, basically on the opposite end of where we're at. And we've got them, or they're going to do a trolley system that's going to be going from our event through their event down to the rest, or the, what do you want to call it, the restrooms in that little park,
Oh, okay.
which is going to be another stop. Then they're going to come back up through Old Historic St. John and back to ours. They're going to be doing that hourly. So we're going to
that's
try and
great.
join all the events so that if there's people at our event, they can actually go to their event and then turn around. So we're trying to join forces on that, which is going to work out really, really nice. Let's see, besides the antique tractors, we got a cruise in. We got Chris Kurtz and Linda is going to be bringing in a bunch of World War II items. The Sheriff's Department's bringing in a lot of their, I don't know if you want to call it the Hummer, the tank, whatever, all their paraphernalia that they got, because they got a lot of it. We've got them, they're going to be doing the fingernail printing, or finger printing, not fingernail, I'm sorry. They're going to be doing finger printing for anybody and everybody. It's all free. And people probably wonder why they do that. And here, okay, we'll talk about that next, okay? But we're going to be, with the finger, pardon me?
Pull it that way.
Yeah, and
Get the microphone showing.
Oh,
That's good
okay.
now.
okay.
But the fingerprinting is something that we do every couple of years for Andrew. And I'm using Andrew for an example because Andrew's a lovable Down syndrome child that pretty well would go and leave or talk to anybody and everybody, which is great but scary. Okay?
Yes.
With this fingerprinting that the Sheriff's Department does for free of charge for anybody in the county, anybody that's at this event, you can get it fingerprinting, a video, and they go through a questionnaire. So if by chance somebody does take somebody that you dearly love, you can actually turn this in to the area that you're at, and it'll give a background of the client or the person that's there, which will help you be able to save, hopefully, the person that gets in trouble. And they do not, I had some people say, well, I don't want to have my child with their information in their network. It's not. It's done 100% specifically on a CD, and you get the CD, and that's it. So it's a really, really neat thing.
Good.
We also have the Conservation Department there with live animals. On the Kid Zone, we expanded the Kid Zone again. The Kid Zone's been something that we kind of started up a couple years ago, and it's been blossoming, and it's really, really neat. We have numerous special appearances of people. We've got Smokey the Bear and Calvin Calcium that's there all day. We got the Clowns, which is an organization from all the way up by Eureka that comes all the way down here and donates their time 100% to have clowns at the event. We've got Anna and Olaf that's going to be there from 12 to 1:30. We've got Rapunzel and a Ninja Turtle from 2 to 3:30. We've got face painting. We've got a petting zoo. Besides the bounce houses, we've got numerous other we will call it rides, that's all 100% donated by two different organizations. Carla Fisher and them do a tremendous job to help out with what they do, along with the company out of St. Louis, Jolly Jumps. So we're very appreciative of everything that they do. Let's see. Besides that, we've got the pork burgers, hot dogs, the Kona Ice that's going on outside. We've got a poker stand going on outside. We've got the chicken dinner with all the fixings on the inside with the liver dumplings and all the extra goodies. We do have a silent auction, which if you want to buy raffle tickets, you buy so many dollars worth and you can put your name in a bucket, and throughout the breaks of the band we'll be pulling number or names out of that. We've got the oral auction, which starts usually right around 6 to 6:30. Right before that, we have the St. Genevieve Stompers that come in and perform clogging on the inside, which is something that is really neat. We always call that our dinner show because there's a lot of people usually eating chicken dinners at about that time, and they get to actually watch the cloggers perform. Then after that gets all done, then that's when we turn into the oral auction. I know from there we've got the oral auction, and after the oral auction we've got a band this year that actually contacted me over a year and a half ago. We were out at a facility that we were actually sitting there watching them, and it was really, really neat, and it made me feel really extra special due to the fact that they went out of their way to look for the person that puts on this event. And I kind of looked at him kind of funny because I know him, and I said, you know, it's a comb. And he goes, who puts that on, by the way? I want to really talk to him because I want to see if we can do something for him. I said, well, you're kind of looking at him. He goes, oh, really? And I go, yeah. He goes, well, could we play at your event this year? And I said, well, not this year because another band has already spoken for it, but how about next year? So they're actually donating 110% of their time and effort, again, to raise money for our special needs, and that's Stingray. So Stingray is a tremendous group of young gentlemen that they're going to be there playing music from 7-ish, 7:30-ish throughout to about 12:30, 1 o'clock. So got all that going on. I know that people's always been asking me, they said, you know, you've been doing this for 10 years, what do you do with this funds? And I don't know if everybody's ever seen what has been going on in St. Genevieve with our special needs and what is coming up with our special needs. Just to give you guys an overview, I know, hopefully everybody knows that we've got on Saturday mornings at about 9:30 in the morning out at our Challenger Sports baseball field, basically. Our Challenger Sports program puts on Challenger Baseball. If you really want to see something neat, we've got clients from probably about 8 years old, till about 72, 73 that plays baseball. We had close to 60 people playing this past Saturday, which is tremendous. Along with funding that, and we like the new canopies and stuff that's been put up. If you've ever seen our playground, which is just catty corner from that, and if you think of it being not used, you're mistaking, because we've got schools that travel all over the place to come down and play on that special needs playground. It's neat because people with special needs can actually play on it, and people that does not have special needs can play on it, and they're playing together so that they all get to have fun and do the same thing. This past year, we brought in close to $31,000 this day for the event. Out of that, we always let the people decide how they want to make it out. So say, for instance, if you're a family that knows somebody with Down syndrome or had a person with Down syndrome, which we do actually have a lot of people that has relatives, and they wanted to go to the Down Syndrome Association, you make the check out to the Down Syndrome Association of the Greater St. Louis, and it helps fund what goes on up there. And when I say that, it's not only for that, because they actually come down here and do the artwork campaign at our schools. They actually come down and talk about Down syndrome and what it is and how it is and what you can do to help. But then the rest of it this past year was put into our Challenger Sports program. And out of that Challenger Sports program, the community center needed two things that we decided to purchase for them. If you ever been out to the swimming pool, if you ever notice, there's nothing in the swimming pool, on the indoor swimming pool, that is accessible for somebody that's in a wheelchair or handicap accessible. So we purchased a device for the inside, and then for the new water park, we purchased an additional one for out there. So a little bit over $16,000+ went to help our two new events, two new venues out there to help
Is
get
that a
special needs in.
lift, some kind of lift them in the water?
Correct. There's
Like the
actually,
one out of Bloomsdale, maybe?
very close, very good. I see, I'd be very close to that one.
Those are
It is
fine.
actually a lift device that you can have the client get into and then put them in the water and then bring them back out the same way. They actually come with, you have to have a wheelchair type of device so you can get them out there then also. So that's just a little bit of what we've done with some of the money that we've got. If you haven't heard yet, and hopefully everybody has, right catty corner from the sandbar from the DeBerg Center, if you've seen some windows that's got a coffee mug on it. Okay. Probably later on this fall, we're in the process of renovation. That facility is going to be a special needs coffee shop. So our special needs is actually going to be running a coffee shop. So when you go in there, it's going to be basically taken over by all special needs. It's going to be waiting on you, making the coffee and delivering the coffee. What do you think?
You gonna work there, Andrew? Yep.
Can you tell them what you do up at school?
What do you do at school?
Me and Gretchen Shot help me and my class told me Miss Christie
Yeah, Miss Christie's your teacher.
left me hot gas, coffee and money.
Yeah.
Yes.
What they do, they actually, in their special needs class, they actually have their own coffee shop. So the teachers up at St. Jen actually calls Miss Clayharn's office, or her room, places an order. So if you want, what kind of coffee do you have? You got
Iced coffee,
There's iced coffee, and what other kind of coffees?
hot coffee.
Regular hot coffee. And they actually physically take the order, make the coffee, deliver the coffee, work hand in hand with the money, and so they got their own little coffee shop in St. John's.
That was in the paper not too long ago, wasn't it?
It's
I thought that
tremendous.
was so
It is.
Yeah.
It is really neat. And that's one thing that,
Education.
we're very, very fortunate in this town.
We are.
With this fundraiser, I never would have thought that we would be making the population of St. Jen grow, because with this fundraiser we've had at least 3 families that moved from out of town to our town after coming to this event, after they found out how our special needs is taken care of in St. Genevieve. And our teachers and stuff up at St. Jen's just tremendous. We've got a young family that has a young girl that has Down syndrome. She came to the event and her parents was very upset up there in the Arnold, Jefferson County area, that her child was basically being put in a special needs class and nothing was being done. She was being nonverbal. She was going backwards very, very quickly. She's been down here for 2 years now. She is starting to speak. Her activities and stuff is just tremendous. So she went from one extreme to another extreme, and she's growing, continuously, which is great. That's what it's all about. So it's really, really neat.
When is the coffee shop supposed to open?
It's got a lot of things we got to go through, I guess. So I can't really say a date. It's going to be sometime this fall. Oddly enough, the facility or that building was never handicap accessible.
No,
We're putting in a ramp, and we got to redo the bathroom. There's a coffee company in St. Louis, and I probably shouldn't say all the different names yet of all those, but they're actually partnering with us. That's actually helping us get the cappuccino machine and all that different stuff in there.
Wonderful?
So it's actually coming together really good. Very, very, very fortunate to have be on the board of the Centerville 40, which is Jason Schott, myself, and Scott Drury, and there's a Linda, and gosh, there's Mary Jo. There's a lot of great people. Oh yeah, we're very fortunate to have a great, ambitious crew at the Centerville 40. And I know I'm forgetting people, so I'm probably going to get in trouble at the next meeting. But it's all
You've
great.
got a lot said tonight, so you're entitled to
No,
forget a little
we're
bit.
good to you.
They'll be notified at
We can go
6.
till 8:30.
Okay.
Workshop, St. Jen workshop, about coffee.
Yep. That's what's amazing too. With us being on the Centerville 40, if anybody out there with special needs that needs some assistance, please let us know. We're there to help. Because I've heard of other communities that they're not getting help, and that the funds that we bring in, if you look at your taxes, there's a one line item and it goes to our special needs, so, we're all taxpayers and all that money's going there, so we actually got it there to turn around and help our community with it.
yeah.
So, definitely let us know if we can help anybody. When we're talking about these special need places that we've got with the baseball and the playground, it's amazing how many people travel from out of town to come to our event. I had Challenger basketball earlier this year, and we had a lady and another Down syndrome child from up in the Festus area that came down and was just at all with what we do. And then we've got on Challenger baseball, we've got two gentlemen, Charles and Chris from Perryville. There's a large group of Perryville clients that come up, but they're in wheelchairs, and it's amazing how much just tossing a ball and them catching it, how great they are and how happy they are. And here we get all upset just because their cell phone doesn't work properly or we don't get it. So actually everybody needs to come out and just actually look at how the other side of the world is, because you don't realize how good everybody's got it. It really is. A couple other things we got going on. We do have our normal raffle that we have. Our raffle is kind of what we've got on the TV there. We've got a 40, it's actually a 50-inch TV, so it was a typo, so sorry about that. So it's a 50-inch Samsung, 4 Cardinal tickets, sound bar $100, they're $1 piece or 6 for $5. That raffle is going to be going on throughout the whole event. The day of the event, depending upon what we get donated to us, there could be some additional raffles that's going on. If anybody does have anything that they might have at their house that they purchased and they haven't used, or they want to donate to the cause, we are always open for donations. Even if it's something small, we'll go ahead and turn around and add some other stuff with it and make a basket out of it. If you want to donate anything at all, cash, you don't even have to. What's really unique when you're out selling these raffle tickets, how many people just throws a $20 bill and says, don't worry about it, it's all for a good cause. So that's always acceptable too. We are always looking for, just like you were saying up at the fair, help. I mean, this thing's 100% donated people, free of charge. We try to get 99% of everything we got for the event free so that we can actually make money for the event. So if anybody's out there that wants to sell tickets for bounce houses or stand by the bounce houses and help the kids work the food line inside, sell raffle tickets inside, we can always use help. For the kids that's out there, this event is set up for A plus program service hours. So you can get A plus service hours, you can get service hours for confirmation, and you can get just your normal service hours. All you got to do is get a hold of me and I'll sign off and you can come and donate some time. So it's kind of a win-win. You can come out and have a great time and actually get some service hours that you need to have for your schools. What are you saying? What do you want, Beth?
Bounce houses need these
You need tickets, huh?
of bounce houses, place it on bounce houses.
Yeah, you can put a bracelet on and play in all the bounce houses, huh? Yeah. Stand up for a second, Andrew, and let them see it. This is.
I love that shirt, that color, it's so pretty. Stand over here, sweetheart, where the camera can see you. That's good.
All right, this is one of the type t-shirts that we got. We got gray and blue. This is the UTV t-shirts. This one here, if you can see this one or not, this one's one of our homie shirts, and it's something we came up that with.
Yeah, I got you.
If you ever seen or don't understand this is actually a homie shirt, because if you think about Andrew is got a different chromosome, one different chromosome, and that's what it's all about. I love homies with extra chromies, so he's got an extra chromie, so he's my homie with an extra chromie. So we got t-shirts like this.
And they're so lovable.
Oh, you got it. And then, of course, if you participate in the bike ride or the My Triumph, you'll actually get a free dry fit t-shirt, which is our Spring for Down Syndrome t-shirt. Those are actually on sale. We've got Down syndrome bracelets for sale. We've got, if you look at the cooler cup that's up there by the UTV paperwork, those cooler cups are for sale. The light blue one there off to your right, so those are for sale. Like I said, it's all about raising money for our special needs. So hopefully you guys can all come out and have a fun day at the event.
It's very nice.
Yeah. You hopefully will be seeing the information up on our electronic billboard that's out there. Robinson Outdoors is nice enough to donate some minutes on that unit, so you'll be seeing special needs stuff going on up there too. So appreciate that. I actually, if I could say thank you to all the people that's helped, we'd be here for numerous hours longer. Because you know how it is, even with the fair, it's amazing how many people that come out and help and donate money for the cause. Yeah, we do have, like I said, I could talk for hours, so cut me off, Iris, or if you guys. But the fire department is there showing off. They're going to have their new ladder truck and some of their stuff. The ambulance district's going to be there with their stuff. Oh, one thing I almost forgot. We are actually going to have, it used to be called Flipside aerobics. Yeah, and then
Gymnastics, huh?
The gymnastics, and then Mary Lou used to have the dancers.
Yeah.
Okay, there's a new young lady that purchased them, and they're joining forces, and from about 12:30, 1 o'clock on, they're going to be performing out underneath the big pavilion at the KC Hall.
Oh, that'll be nice.
So,
down
yeah.
where they have the farmer's market.
Correct, correct. The farmer's market was nice enough to reschedule their event, because with everything that we got going on, it was kind of congested, so they are going to actually take a weekend off that weekend, due to the fact that driveway that goes in and out actually is our staging for our bicycle and our My Triumph. So that'll all be coming through that area. The backyard of the KC Hall, I don't know if you know that they've got a backyard that's back there that's grass, but the UTVs are actually going to be coming in off of 7th Street to the backyard of the KC Hall. They come in and register, then they go out the opposite end of the house, do their first game that they got, then they walk back to the back, and then they're leaving from the UTV out across Farrell Myers property and then onto the ride itself. So it's working out really, really well there.
That's a good, that they got that thoroughfare through there.
Oh yeah,
It's
it
really
does.
nice, yeah.
It works out good, because I mean, with the amount of UTV riders and stuff that we're going to have, I'm afraid it'd be really scary to have that many people and that many stuff going on.
Right.
And I got to thank the St. John Police Department and the Sheriff's Department and the State Highway Patrol and stuff for letting this all happen. The City of St. John, again, is going to bat for us on this event. The UTVs are going to have insurance, of course, and when they come to sign up, they are going to get a special device from us that's going to be put on their unit, and if you're riding around with that device on your unit, the police will not, have to, they'll know, they won't bother you. If you're one that jumps in and doesn't have one of them on and something is going on, the police know that they're not part of the event and they'll be able to do something about it. But they are letting us do that without having any issues.
Oh, that's great.
And we kind of scheduled the UTV ride around, so they're actually going to have the capability of stopping down at French Heritage Days, because we're going to be going down along the edge of where they are at, and we're actually going to, where the trolley's going to stop, we're going to have it set up so that the UTVs can actually pull in, because with this many UTVs, we got a lot of people that's coming from out of town, and it's unique. UTVs is a big fad that's going on right now, and we've got a lot of people that come in that haven't seen good old historic St. John, so they actually get to cruise around St. Genevieve and the county and all the way out to Bloomsdale and see how pretty of an area we do have.
That's neat, yeah.
And I gotta pat them all on the back because they could say no very easily, but they're all going to bat to help us out on it. Trying to think if there's anything else. Oh, another item. Again, like I said, I could talk, so sorry about this.
No, you're fine.
The Jared Effect Committee is going to bat for us again. Last year, we had a couple people that wanted to camp down by the Moses Austin. This year, we might have a half a dozen to 10 already that are coming in from out of state, some from Illinois that's coming in for the event and actually going to get the camp and actually use it. So
You let me know if you need any more. Look at electric and...
Oh, up there at the fairgrounds? Tremendous. And actually, the fair board is doing a tremendous job because the UTVs, when you pull up to St. Genevieve, KC Hall, the UTVs and the tractors can actually go to the front of the KC Hall and unload their tractors or their antique engines and stuff. Then from there, they can park actually at the old Built Best, the old Miscellane, or the fair board said that we can actually park up there and with their trailers, because most of these people trailer them in, and then they can actually unload their UTV and then drive from there down to the event. So it works out really, really well for that end. All they got to do is, if you got a question, pull up to the KC Hall, and we'll have people there pointing everybody and getting everybody in the right direction. Well, trying to think if there's anything else. We actually want the riders to come back from the UTV around the 4 to 5 range because we hope that they're going to come in and actually grab a chicken dinner before they sit down and have the oral auction. I mentioned the KCs do a tremendous job of everything. They help us out with the whole total food venue along with the grounds. But this year we're actually setting up for 1,000 chicken dinners, so hopefully we won't run out like years past. Yeah, buddy.
Maybe .com and tractors
Tractors and UTVs, yeah.
and Glen May Price Trophy.
Oh, that's right. Andrew was just explaining that the antique tractors, what they do is they actually collect money at their tractor. So whenever, if you all three ladies had a tractor there and if you all were collecting money to see who would get the most money, whichever one gets the most money and donates it to the cause actually gets a trophy. So it's another way to raise money.
Yeah.
So it's kind of a neat thing, and then Andrew gets to give the money, don't you? Or not the money, get the trophy out.
Oh, well,
Yeah.
good.
Mm-hmm.
And the that me go baseball name that group Santa Ball.
Oh, we just had this, if you ever had the River Dogs, the River Dogs.
My boy son
Yeah.
name on it.
The River Dogs actually has a tournament this weekend that we're having this event. It's actually at the City Park, Bloomsdale, and our Challenger Sports field. About 4, 5, 6 weeks ago, they got a hold of our special needs, and they actually asked for a special need client to be at each one of their games to actually throw out the first pitch. And Andrew got to throw out the first pitch in Bloomsdale. He got pictures with the River Dogs. You got a signed autograph ball from the team, didn't you?
Yeah, and go to Dad at the classes off with helmet on me.
He's now talking about Leroy Willett and Cody Willett and Sherry, of course. We were out there making the signage for our UTV, and Leroy's one son was an avid motorcycle racer, and he had a helmet, and of course who was wearing it, and who wants a motorcycle now? Yes.
On your phone, picture of me.
I do have a picture of you on my phone with your helmet on. You sure do.
Did you see those, I saw on Facebook, the kids that wear their helmets because of seizures and stuff?
Yeah.
How they're painting them?
Some ladies.
no, I haven't seen that.
Some ladies painting them, and they're so cool.
awesome.
You can have them do, instead of just plain white.
Yeah.
You can have them any kind, I mean, she'll do any kind of character on it that you want.
That
Didn't
is,
that one look like an old pilot or something?
Yeah. I mean, you can do cartoon characters, or she'll do anything on them. I thought that
Wow.
was the neatest thing.
Oh, it is, it
Yeah.
is. I'm just glad that they got an avenue like that to keep
Oh,
the
isn't
kids
that
from having
wonderful?
seizures
Yes,
and stuff.
yes,
Yeah.
Yeah, my little nephew has one, yeah.
You know, it's
Great
amazing
nephew.
how many people out there now is out there that has people with a disability. And you got to look back, 15, 20, 30, 40 years ago. Whenever I was in high school, I hate to be this way, but I remember people picking on them. And, the R word
Not
wasn't...
understanding, right?
Correct.
They didn't
I
understand.
mean, the R word was used, and thank God now the R word is an R word campaign that we're keeping it out of. The schools are trying our best because, back then when you had a person that you didn't talk about it, or it's kind of left, you kind of kept it aside because you're, I don't know if
Didn't
you
want it
call
to
it
be
embarrassed or
bullied or
yeah,
whatever.
bullied, correct. And now it's actually the ideal thing. I mean, first steps was with Andrew whenever he was 3 to 4 months old. And we had 4 therapists out there, one each night of the week when he was 3 to 4 months old for almost 2 years. And then he actually went to school before school was supposed to be because they wanted him to get a jump start on what was going on.
Right.
So we were very, very fortunate. And thank God people do that now instead of do the opposite way.
Right.
Yeah.
Instead of hiding.
I
Yeah.
have a little, that's a cousin's child that has, like, her head closed up too soon and they didn't catch it fast enough. So was only supposed to live a few years and she's in her 40s.
Wow.
And she's
Tremendous.
still a lovable little girl, yeah.
Well, that's good. That is. That's real good.
Yeah,
It is.
brother-in-law.
Yeah,
That was,
there's so many.
Sonny was a little younger than my husband, and we lived way down in the Ozark Hills.
Uh-huh.
But he was pretty bright. I mean, and they didn't hide him in the back corner. I mean, Sonny was right out front all the time with the whole family,
You need
I
to.
can say that for him anyway.
It's amazing how each person's got their own little niche. And, with autism, say for instance, autism, a lot of people with autism, they could thrive they might be able to learn music and play music without even any kind of instrument knowledge or anything, but they might not be able to do a lot of the other stuff.
Right.
So you don't ever want to say no, you don't want to cut them back, let them thrive, try to do whatever they can or what they want to
God
do.
always gives them special,
Mhm.
gives them something special.
Oh, yeah. Yep, it's all good.
Yeah.
If anybody wants to donate to the cause, you can always drop it off to Marzuko Electric. Our call I'll give you, the office number is 573-883-5347.
5347.
Correct. Or you can always call my mobile, which is 314-808-2828. And anything and everything is always appreciative. I mean, biggest percentage of the food's all donated, but if you got some food, hot dogs, hamburgers, pork burgers, whatever, you can always
Are you
bring to-
going to be selling these tickets like at Country Mart or anything between now and then?
Yeah, we actually sold them at Country Mart already. We sold them at Jack's. We sold them at some of the other local establishments. We are going to be out at Save-A-Lot on the December, well, I'm way off. Let's see, it's May 31st. It's a Friday.
Yes.
Yeah, bud.
Miss Chrissy told me I'd go need this with stuff on that.
You're talking to Ninja Turtle?
And so Tota
His turtle
stuff
shell?
on.
Yeah, he's got a shell on, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah, he sure does.
With on me.
With it on you. One thing that we did relocate the date, I guess. I had some people upset and some people not upset about us changing it from June 1st weekend to the June 8th. And the main reason we did that, last year, we've had numerous special needs that could not go to state Special Olympics. Last year was our first year that we actually raised money and took people from St. John High School to the state Special Olympics if they made it. We actually have the polar plunge. It's earlier in the year that we actually raise money, and that money goes strictly for being able to fund sending our special needs from school. And I felt really bad because some of the people that participated and helped us raise money there couldn't go because of this event. So, and Andrew again is able to go if we were not having the event. So we actually postponed it so that all our special needs can go to state Special Olympics that can, and then we still have this for them to do whenever they get back.
That's great.
So it worked out really good.
I
Yeah.
see, I see Mr. Thompson
Mr. Thompson, yeah,
and Mr. Pope
yeah.
and some in the water.
Oh, yeah, they did. They jumped in water at the polar plunge, didn't they?
Yeah, it was cold too.
It was real cold. It sure was. Yeah, we did a great job that day. I don't remember the exact numbers, but it was over $10,000 that we raised, I think, that day for our special needs up at school. One thing that we're trying to do, and if anybody's out there that's interested, we're trying to get, I guess, anybody that has special needs after high school, they don't get to participate in Special Olympics unless you're a sanctioned group. And when I say that, so, you know, Miss Christie has it through the school district, and they can take kids to, you know, Special Olympics with special needs. The group home could do it, you know, but there's people out there that don't have either or, and we'd love to be able to find someone that would want to take the time and effort to become special needs coach. And it's nothing drastic. There's some online classes and stuff that you do, but so we can actually get a group to start going to Special Olympics after, you know, they get out of the school, and if they're not in that other realm, because there's like a dead zone, and we don't want that for our special needs. We want to make sure that they can all continue to do that.
Maybe racist girls come in.
Maybe racist cars coming? We're going to ask him if we can do that. What we want to do is he wants to get the carts available to come up there and put on a show of cars and demonstration possibly up at the KC Hall.
Okay.
I know that
We raced that night,
Or do you?
and what I could do, I put a text out and have some come up.
There you go. Have them come up before the event.
Yeah, I just checked my calendar. Yeah, we raced that night, unfortunately. Seems like a lot of stuff's going on.
Oh, yeah.
That's how it usually does, you know.
Which is
And,
still.
and yeah, I know, because I know you sponsor a couple carts,
Oh, yeah.
don't you?
Mhm.
And
Yeah.
I'll get some other flat carts and cage carts and some lawnmowers come up.
And actually what would be good is the racing starts after our event goes inside, so that they can all still go up there and do the carts. And then if anybody what's going to be nice is with all this stuff going on, I've talked to the people in charge of the River Dogs, and we're going to be putting signage up at all their events so that, say for instance, you know, I'm up there with Andrew and Maria and Abby, and Andrew's playing ball, but it's in between games. What are we going to do? Well, guess what? We got Down Syndrome Association, or Down Syndrome fundraiser down here, you know, and after that, then say for instance, you know, from that, if they're playing ball later in the day, instead of just going home or something, they can go up to the racetrack and do that, or they can go to French Heritage Days. So we're hoping that with us all working together, that we can actually bring more people to town and have a bigger event for everybody.
I'll put a big text out on the thing.
Okay.
In fact, I'll put an email out here later on my Facebook page.
Sounds good.
Quite a bit.
I think
Minute we
that's
can.
great for everybody to work together.
It is. It
so
is.
long.
You got to get along and, you know.
Yeah, I'm also with the Eagles, and
Right, racist girls.
Oh, right, racing cars down, okay. There you go.
He keeps you on the on
You
track,
got-
doesn't he?
you got that
I'm with
Andrew's a thinker,
the Eagles, and
aren't
we
you?
have a lot to do with the different things.
Do you?
Yes.
That's awesome. That is what's really neat about all the organizations in town. We've got probably close to 500 different people that we talk to about donations and stuff, and most of them actually have it to our store or has contacted. There's a couple of us that actually do all the running around, and they contact us and get it to us without us even having to go.
Well, I think we have a lot to do with the dance and everything that they go
But
to.
that's good. That's excellent. Yep. I'm trying to think if there's anything else that I've got. Everybody knows we are having a bike ride. Everybody knows about the antique tractors. You do not have to be a member of the Antique Tractor Club to show up. You can just show up with your your tractor and participate. It's free of charge. Yes, bud. Yeah, that's Smokey Bear, isn't it? Smokey Bear's gonna be there all day long.
Maybe Christmas comes down.
No, Fredbird's not gonna come this year, unfortunately. That's one thing, it's amazing how they bring in people and stuff, but we're fortunate enough to have Anna, Olaf, Rapunzel, and a Ninja Turtle for less cost to the organization than what Fredbird is for about an hour. And so the people that are putting that on, they're actually traveling from a good distance away, but they're donating a large percentage of their costs. Same way with the petting zoo. The petting zoo comes up and we pay for only enough money for their transportation, and everything else is 100% donated. Like I said, it just mind boggles me that when you can have an event this large and you're basically having to pay for little or nothing. So that's why you can come up and make some good money off of the event. Yep.
It's a tractor up there.
You want to move the tractor up there? Why is that?
Well, it's back there because the cameras, see where the camera is up here, honey?
Yep.
Andrew?
He just thinks it should be up here because they're talking
Yep.
about it.
See now, look up on the TV.
Look on the screen.
Look back there on TV. See, he's got it on
See it?
TV. What do you think of that?
He put that on there just for you.
You know, I guess one thing I didn't spell out, I guess we call it a UTV ride, but oddly enough, it's a UTV and Jeep ride. You can actually drive a Jeep or UTV on it. So if you got a Jeep club, or if you got a Jeep and you want to go for a nice ride in the country, it's for them also. We do not have ATVs, but it's UTVs, which, you know, the city has passed them to be able to ride around in Jeeps. So anything else?
He put the driver in the car instead of on the hood.
Oh,
I saw you do
Yeah.
that.
Yes.
You're making him drive that car.
Uh-huh.
Or that
yeah,
Jeep, rather.
he's doing what he's supposed to be doing instead of standing on the hood. What?
Look, Diego with a good drive.
Yeah, that's a Diego truck, Jeep, isn't it? Yeah. Who's
I didn't
standing
know
next
that.
to Diego's Jeep?
Olaf.
That's Olaf? Yeah, you're right. Do you know who's that one there? That's a tough one to say.
I love Ninja Turtle.
Ninja Turtle, but who's next to Ninja Turtle?
I don't know.
The one with the real long hair. Rapunzel?
Yeah,
Is that Rapunzel? Oh my
That's
goodness.
Rapunzel.
Look, Daddy.
What?
She with guy.
Yeah.
She will go down here and die.
Crawls up his hair.
Yeah.
And that's
Right.
the guy on can good climb up movie place.
He's brave.
He's brave to climb up
Very
there, isn't
brave,
he?
yes.
Guy knows climb on here.
Yeah. Climbs that long hair. You're right. You're right. You're very much
Guy
so. The guy does.
Guy
doesn't he?
does, yeah.
Mhm.
climb this here.
Yeah.
He sure does. There's actually a lady, and Tina Ringwald's got the lady's name, but instead of just the normal basic face painting, she's one that does the full face with all the jewels and all that stuff this year that's coming in.
Oh, that'll be cool.
Yeah, that'll be a lot of fun for the kids. Yeah, but
And clowns make balloons.
they do. They make balloons, don't they?
Yeah.
The clowns make balloons, and they got
We're gonna
puppets.
have a regular
Yeah.
balloon lady too.
Yep, yep,
Clowns
Makes puppy dogs and
make
yep. Makes all that fun stuff, don't they? What?
puppy dog.
They make a puppy dog?
yes.
Mm-hmm, they sure
Yes.
do. And I'm trying to think the event, if you want to come and you don't really want to spend any money, you can actually spend a lot of hours there just walking around and not have to spend much money. But hopefully everybody comes and buys tickets and participates in the event and donates to the cause. Uh-oh. Now what's he doing?
Oh,
Putting
nice.
back
I'll
on
put
the
it
hood.
back
Uh-oh.
on the hood. He's okay. He's okay.
Who is that?
And to move and happy face on the hood.
Yeah. What's his name? Do you know his name? Who is that?
Daddy. a guitar, make a guitar in it.
Oh, he is.
That's this one.
That's Calvin Calcium.
A guitar, make this costume.
Oh, Uncle Dale did?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
A guitar, Emily and Kimmy, see a guitar.
They see Uncle Dale? Yep, they do. They sure do. Does anybody else have any
I
questions or
like-
anything about the day of the event? I mean, it's a full-fledged day of activities, that's
It
for sure.
certainly is. That's
That's for
great,
sure.
yeah.
And actually, 2 years ago, with this event, we won a state award through the Knights of Columbus for, we won first place in, I'm trying to think, and I should have brought the award, but it was for family-oriented event, and it went statewide through the Knights of Columbus, and we won first place. So I thought that was
Oh,
very
that's
nice.
wonderful, yeah.
That we
Yes.
ended up winning that.
That's great.
We put it out, they're gonna try to see if we can win it nationally now this year. We'll see.
Well, that would be
Oh.
great,
That'd
yeah.
be really good, yeah.
Yeah.
But it is, it's a lot of fun.
It is.
A lot of work, like you were saying. You start the day after it's over
Yeah.
with, you're starting for the next year already.
Yeah.
Which is, it's amazing.
And it comes fast.
Oh, it does. It comes way too
Well,
fast.
you know, the biggest joy in the world, people don't realize it, but it's helping others.
Yes.
It
You
is.
get more satisfaction from that than you do having somebody give you a gift.
Tell you what,
Yeah.
It is. It's,
It's amazing how different the
you know,
feelings
'cause
are.
we race up there, unless we get a special race or whatever, then we'll raise some money, but I mean, they get a plaque. It's amazing what they come and race just for a little plaque, but the smile on their face when they win. It's like this past weekend, this kid was first, they moved up from the 206 cc's up to the 450s. And that's when they got to shift it and all that.
Oh, wow.
And when they came around, I threw that checker flag, and first thing I looked down when I threw that checker flag, going, that kid just doing all
So
that.
happy.
You know, I was happy because
So
he won
happy, yeah.
and won his first feature
Right.
race
Yeah.
right there. You know, that's all it is. It's unfortunately we didn't, with the rain coming, we couldn't stop and take pictures like we usually do.
Yeah.
We had to keep it going, but I tell you what, but
Yeah,
it's all
seeing the
about the
happiness in
smile
it.
on their faces and just like this.
oh, yeah.
Yes.
It's,
It's something like this, what we do, if you get the appreciation and thank yous and a pat on the back, it makes it all worth it. You don't have to pay a single penny. That's what it's all about, because
Yes.
that's what it amazes me is, you know, you don't have to make money
yeah.
on these events to, you know, ourselves to
Yeah.
make things proper.
It's doing
because-
something for your community and for your people.
I hope it doesn't
Yeah,
rain
and for the
tomorrow.
kids.
because The workshop group is going to the ball game.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah,
my.
we take them to the ball game once a year.
Well, that, hopefully, and they hope they play better than today, because today was terrible. That was plumb crazy.
But
Yeah,
that's,
yeah.
I've been associated with that for, ever since it started, and I love it.
Oh, yeah, it's good. You do a tremendous job. And one thing that amazed me that just, and unfortunately, she just had to move, I think, out to Farmington. You know, St. Genevieve had the oldest living Down syndrome person in the world living at St. Gen group home for the
You
longest
were
time.
kidding.
No,
Oh, my God.
no.
And a lot of that's contributed probably to the care and the
Yeah.
involvement and all that.
It is.
too.
And I don't know the young lady's name. I know a relation of hers, and she just told me about that they had to move her out to Farmington because of family issues and stuff, but she's still going. It's hard to believe, because they didn't usually, I mean, used to be in the 40s
Yeah.
or 50s,
Yeah.
maybe 60s, and now she's in her, I think, low 80s. Which
Oh, my
is-
goodness,
so,
isn't that wonderful?
Yeah, that
My
is
son
tremendous.
was not quite 70.
Oh, that's
You'd
good,
be
though.
surprised how long he had some of those out there. So, but it was the most wonderful thing that ever happened that we got it started, because
Oh, yeah.
all these people were in a closet,
Mm-hmm.
and now they're out there and they're enjoying themselves, and they feel just great because they feel like they're useful,
Mm-hmm.
they're
Yep.
doing something.
Oh, yeah. Yep. Those little things mean a lot. That's
They
for sure.
do.
Gosh, dude,
That's for sure.
they do.
Yep, yep.
Thank you.
Yeah, and that Little Things Mean a Lot was a good song, too. Many years ago.
Oh, golly.
Okay.
So thanks both of you for coming, and anytime you want to come back, just get a hold of one of us and
Anything you got going up the park again, why?
say, I want to bring it. Andrew's the money keeper, huh?
Yeah. He keeps me in line.
Okay,
All
well,
that in here.
we thank you guys for coming, and
Sure.